Inane Babbler, and welcome back to RimWorld. Last episode, we captured somebody named Marak on a raid of 15 people that wound up killing Laral. We're currently converting Daesh and Marak over to the Free Path Ideologian. And this episode is going to be about converting them and even converting more people while we go on a couple more raids. Finally do our throne room, possibly. And continue solidifying our base so that we can start building our starship. Last episode, we actually kind of did a couple of kind of organizational things. We added to the stonecutters tables here all these different bills to make sandstone blocks, granite, limestone, slate, and marble. And I guess I should have done this sooner, but I was really struggling with keeping enough blocks around, and I had it set to have 400 of each. But what was happening was it was making 400 sandstone, then 400 granite, and so on. And so instead what I've done is I make 50 of each first, and then move on to 400. So as soon as one of them drops below 50, that bill will become active and priority again. Zach is about to break. Why? What is going on with Zach? He is in a terrible mood. He has like no buffs. He has no sleep. Why aren't you sleeping? He should go to sleep right after this. Okay, there we go. Good. Alright, well, I'm going to kind of leave them to what they're doing. The one real detriment we have right now that's going on is... What's Fluff doing? Oh, Fluff is repairing? Good. Anyway, so Daesh is arrested. We arrested Daesh because we want to convert her. And so all of her mechs are out of commission. Her 3 Agrahans and her 3 lifters. So that really is actually impacting our little operation here. So... we have some elephants that actually have not been... They haven't been unloaded yet. Why not? I guess I'll do it myself. We had 2 militars get knocked out during that raid, so I think I need to make them get back to being resurrected here. In fact, I'll do them all right here so that Tiffy can do it tomorrow morning when she wakes up. Remember, if you hold down Shift when you select one of these options, it'll add it to their queue, and if you don't hold down Shift, it will just override whatever they're currently doing and send it off to them. Okay. I want to cancel the bill that I was working on here. Get rid of that. Okay, great. I can make a fabric core. Is that a light one? Is it a light mechanoid? It is a light mechanoid. Let's take a quick look at that, and maybe you'll help me decide. So I know how to make 2 more light mechanoids. A fabric core and a paramedic. Fabric core is basically a crafter. So they could do crafting, smithing, tailoring, cooking, and researching. I'm surprised they could do researching. And then a paramedic. Doctoring and firefighting. The firefighting aspect is kind of interesting to me. Because it can withstand the different heat and whatnot. I don't think that I need to make either of those right now. The fabric core is definitely something that's interesting because it will be a cook for the entire time that it's awake, basically. All right, so this throne room. Let's think about this throne room. I know that it's going to go through many iterations and we're going to need to figure it out and see how we actually want to structure it. But we need to finally get to a point where we're making a throne room for Tiffy. Tiffy, if we look, where do I see that? She's a freeholder. So she has 40 reputation. She's still a freeholder though, because she hasn't gone through any of the different ceremonies. So she can go to novice, acolyte, and knight, and praetor. That's what she's up to already. So there's only 2 more after that, I think, is Baron and Archon. So we're going to need to see where those go, but she's significantly ranked up. We just haven't had the ceremonies yet. So if she was a knight, oh, I didn't realize this. It says what her requirements are. Oh, I'm glad I clicked this. Okay, so all right, let's just double check. This is a marble grand meditation throne. Tiffy, if we want to get her up to the highest, which is Archon, let's just assume that. It says throne room requirements. Grand meditation throne. So I'm glad I already did that one. I did that on purpose. That's good. I'm glad that I over-designed it. And I knew that I was doing that, and that's great. Okay, good. So grand meditation throne. It tells you what it needs to be here. So the throne room requirement. Sorry, I need to read through this a little bit. The bedroom requirements are 30 tiles. Okay, so she's going to want her own bedroom. The impressiveness is 80. All fine flooring. A royal bed, end table, dressers, drapes. No work facilities allowed. No biotech, no anomaly. Okay, fine. The throne room requirements. She needs a high room impressiveness, columns, drapes, piano. Okay. Allowed foods. She's going to want lavish meals. She'll no longer eat fine meals. A holder of this title will only eat these foods unless they are starving or on a caravan. Okay. So she's going to get really stuck up, is what's going to happen here. So, we'll see. But now, I didn't realize this. What happens is she will no longer do dumb labor, skilled labor, animals, plant work, or mining. But wait a second, skilled labor is something that we're going to want her to do. What skill? I know dumb labor is like hauling. But so let's see, skilled labor. Let's see. Oh, I've kind of set myself up here for something bad. Skilled labor is butchering and cooking. harvesting, plant cutting, crafting. So basically she's going to walk around and do nothing. So what's the point of her? I think it gives us some advantages with the Exodus Empire. So I think we're still going to do it. Okay. I'm just trying to take a look. What would she actually do? What would she still do? I'm really not sure. I think she'd still do doctoring, right? She'd still do combat. She'd still fight, and she'd have a really good sidecaster level. So it's almost like she's going to be like a one-person army in some ways. All right, that's fine. Let's work toward that. We haven't explored this part of the game. Let's take a look. So what did I say? Archon. Well, I mean, currently she only can go up to Praetor, so that's fine. So she only can go up to Praetor. That's only if she went all the way to Archon that she wouldn't be able to do skilled labor. So I actually I'm gonna make the room as if that's what she can get up to. What about Baron? What would be the advantage of an Archon? The title of Archon is middle rank among the independent members of the psychic cult. In peacetime, an Archon may rule to a city or colony. A successful Archon might have a small personal fleet, possibly including capital ships. Alright, well that's kinda... we're gonna design it for an Archon, I guess. I don't know if that's really... What's the highest that we can do? I don't know if you ever can become an Emperor. Or an Empress. But regardless, the room needs to be 30 tiles, the bedroom needs to be 30 tiles, and the meditation room needs to... the meditation throne, sorry, needs to be 80 tiles. So I need to think about how that's going to be structured. And this is just about the royalty part of things, so I don't think this has anything to do with the Ideologian. So we're going to make sure, though, before we kind of promote her, that we convert her to Free Path first. So that way, if it gets harder to convert her, we won't have to worry about that. That's what I think we're going to try to do. Alright, so this is a long-term project that I'm going to kind of set in motion here and think about, you know, what really needs to happen. So throne room. I mean, I think that I need to kind of think about it. So if this is the throne room, and it needs to be 80 tiles. 80 tiles for the throne room. Let's plan it out. Oh wait, there were other requirements too. Where is she? It needs 6 columns, a piano. I said that already. There was something else that I saw in here that was weird. Drapes. Here's a drape. Out of what material? I don't know. Devil Strand? Does it matter? It adds 24 beauty, which is going to be necessary for when it comes to like impressiveness. So 24 beauty. What if I did cloth? It's 8 beauty. Well, I have plenty of Devil Strand. Oh, actually I don't. I only have 4 Devil Strand. So we'll do cloth and then we'll replace it if we need to. So we do kind of like, there's going to be drapes. So, I don't know. Next to the throne room? To the throne, meditation throne. And it needs to be 80. This throne room needs to be 80. So that's, we're gonna say, I don't know, let's just do 10 by 10. See what happens there. Well, that's 13. I think I'm making it too big. Come with me on this wild ride of designing a throne room. So, Grand Meditation Throne, 80 tiles. That's actually not a very big room. I mean, this is the center line right here. And you know I'm going to make it like at least 11. So that's 11. Like if I do that, that's 11. And if it's 80 tiles, it only needs to be that big. I don't think that's really accurate. I mean, at the end, I can't just do that because I'm going to have a piano in there. I guess there's a way to cram it in, but I'm not going to do it like that. I want to do just a little bit different. Let's see. I think we'll make it 13. 13 by 13. That's going to be the room. Now, I do think that throne room should be surrounded by marble wall. So we probably should mine a little bit more marble for whenever we need. Okay, good. This is still not done. I'm going to need that soon. Fine. Let's see. Now the other thing that I need to think about is is this room going to want to get attacked? It's going to be such a rich room. I think it's going to probably get attacked. So we're being extra safe here. We're going to make a marble wall. Where's my marble? I don't have any marble. I don't have any marble. I got a marble. Where's marble? Yeah, there's marble. All that. Okay, they're working on it. Fluff is making marble. Area revealed. A new area has been revealed. Where? I don't see it. There's no area. It was just a little hole, I think. Huh, okay, whatever. Marble wall. This may be excessive, but I'm double walling this. That's probably excessive. But I'm fine with that. Okay, we're gonna make that. This is gonna be like that. We're gonna do, there's gonna be a door right here. So let's get a good door. An ornate door. Wait, that's too wide. That's right. How about a marble door? No, not a marble door. We'll do you know what? This door won't really matter as when it comes to room impressiveness because it's actually not part of the room. So we'll just make it sandstone. Or actually, to kind of match it a little bit, we will do a marble door when we have more marble available. Okay, so there's that. You need to have columns in the room, which that's funny to me. So I need more marble. So I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself with that. So we're gonna see, is she making marble? No, she's doing slate. That's fine. We have plenty of marble on the map. Yeah. So I'm going to deconstruct this slate so that I can put marble there. My drapes here. And I need room impressiveness to go up, so I'm going to need to have some sort of artwork. So if I do like large art in these corners here, is that something I can do? Do I have large art at all? Wooden large sculpture. Probably not going to be any good, but it'll actually help. So marble I have there, wooden. Yeah, let's take that and see how that works out. And how far off we are. Oh, it's only one little square? I thought it'd be like 4, like 2 by 2. That's not gonna be impressive enough. Let's see. Let's see, Fleeb. What could you make? A grand sculpture. That's probably what's needed. Oh, that's why we have no wood. That's why we're so low on wood. Because we're making all these sculptures out of wood. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna do... That's gonna be good too. Quest available. Caravan to Dulkuen, a nearby settlement, has a special trade request. They would like to purchase 470 camel hide. Okay. Well, I'm going to make the grand sculpture for this. I can't make it out of marble, or can I? Yeah, I can. Make it out of marble. Okay, I'll make it out of marble. So we bump up the beauty of it all. Okay, so that quest, where'd it go? It says I need, how much? 470 camel hide? I don't have that, I'm pretty sure. I have 264. What gives me camel hide? Why do we have rotten corpses here? Wow, the lifters are really far behind. That's the problem. Okay, well anyway, camel hide. Dromedaries? They give camel hide and they give 42 of it. This one would give 84. I have a female dromedary and a male. And oh, I saw another one somewhere. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough camel hide. If I slaughter this one, that would give me 84. This one would give me 84, so it's 168. And how much do I have right now? 264. So 264 and 168 is what? 432, I think? And how much does the quest need? 470. Okay, I'm not going to forget about it because I can't do it. I won't have enough regardless of what happens. So, that's fine. Alright. So it's just kind of setting up this room. We know we're going to need a piano. We know we're going to build a roof. Like that. We're going to clear this roof removal area. Might as well do that for everything else too, actually. This is to make sure I don't have a roof. Actually, that should be a no roof here. I think that's correct. I want roofs all there, those places, but not... Yeah, and in fact, I want to make sure that there's no roof. They won't put a roof there. That's fine. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. So I'll put the grand sculptures kind of in the corners here. So we're going to assume those two spots. Piano. I type in piano, I don't see anything. Do I not know how to make a piano? I probably haven't researched it. I have a piano though. Yeah, here's a piano right here. So I'd have to research it, or I'd have to take this one. And it's a masterwork, so I actually will probably steal this one. And it looks like, what, 3x3? And then one, yeah. So that will go, we want to entertain whoever's sitting at the throne room. So maybe we'll go like there. It'll go in that little spot. And then we need columns. And that's going to be something. I need 6 of them, apparently. I don't really know how to make that look good other than kind of just spacing out evenly. that. I don't know. Something like that. That'll keep it symmetrical and fine. And then we need these fires. We'll make those out of marble also. And I think we'll make that kind of like right up here. Keep them happy. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that for now and just finish this room. The other thing that's crazy, that's going to be crazy, is, where's my door? I need a marble door. Whoops, put it in the wrong spot. Okay. This whole thing needs to be fine carpet. Where's carpet? So fine carpet is 35 cloth. 35 cloth for each square. And I believe the only place it won't do it is the throne itself. So it's 35. This is 13 by 13, which is 169. So it's 169, and then minus the throne itself, which is 6 tiles. So it's 163. And I think that's really, those are the only places that won't have carpet. Times that by 35 carpet or cotton. That's 5,700 cotton. And I have 3,000 right now. Wow. I have 5,700 in my storage, or 3,000 in my storage, and I have another 600 right here. So actually, we're totally fine. Hey, there's a mad donkey. A local donkey has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees. Come on, donkey. Come on, donkey. Get your head in the game. What's going on? What's wrong? You want a carrot or something? How do we kill this thing? Balakay, you want to take care of this? And Tiffy? Here comes the donkey. Actually, I'm going to wait till he passes a little bit. Is he going to attack the door? Is Balakay about to get hit by a donkey? I think he is. Oh no. Poor guy. Can we rescue him? He got downed. Can we rescue him? We cannot rescue. No reachable unreserved animal bed. Okay, wait, hold on. We're gonna unassign. Sorry, piglet number 3. Tiffy needs to rescue this donkey. He needs to be tended to first, actually. Okay, donkey is getting healed up. One more heal. Okay, I think the donkey is healed. So now can you rescue? You don't have to rescue him anymore. Oh, okay. Well, I thought we were going to be able to rescue him. He'd be part of our little group, but that's not true. So he just says, out of his maddened state, is healed up, and he is going to go on his way. That's fine. All right, let's see. How is Daesh doing? Daesh is currently 13.9 resistance. Marak is 12.6. I want to start cracking Daesh. Daesh just went from 13.9 to 12.7. I actually think the better the mood that they are in, the better it is for them to be converted. Just looking at my animals, we have a lot of little guys. Okay, pollution. So the pollution's totally cleaned up from the spill 15 episodes ago, but now we need to deal with over here. Let's be smart about it. I think we have just 2 here, right? These 2. I think I'll put another 2 just like that. One like that. Okay. Take another one. Right, like that. Should be okay. Should get it all. So those 2 are being relocated. These ones can be uninstalled and actually save us a lot of power. Okay. Alright, that'll fix itself. They're both making slate. Does that mean I have enough marble? Or do we don't have any marble right here? Yeah, that's the problem. I might try to convert Daesh and see if it does more than 1%, just out of curiosity. Because now we've reduced the resistance by like 4 points. And I'm just curious if it's tied to resistance. I think it is. Daesh is currently at 100% in raid ideology. Went from 100 to 99. Yep, we're gonna need to keep reducing the resistance, I think. You know what? I don't think resistance is actually doing anything because it says how much doubt this person has about joining your faction. When this reaches 0, they can be recruited. Will says how much the prisoner is determined not to submit. When this reaches 0, they can be enslaved. So I don't think this has anything to do at all with converting them. So I'm just going to convert them. This one has willpower of 2.3. I don't really care about that because I'm not making you a slave. I'm just going to convert them and see what I can do there with that. Really? Okay, now it's taken... Oh, they're taking marble chunks. Okay. Now they're supposed to bring them up here to keep this filled up. They are. So the plan's kind of working. Okay, I'm glad I saw that. I don't want them doing that. I want them... If anything, they want to go through a door right there. Visitor. A lore keeper from Loten is visiting the colony. She is named Makan Zaramea. She seems to have a few items to trade. Psychic Soothe. Some distant engine of happiness is stirring. Every female colonist smiles with contentment. Okay. They don't really have very much to sell, but that's okay. What do we have? Can we search by the word poor? We can. They have a book. I'll buy a book from them. They really don't have anything else, so I'm going to have to abort what I was going to sell them. They don't have enough money. They have some herbal medicine. I don't care about that. They have some pemmican. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We're gonna abort that right there. We bought a book. In this unremarkable treatment, an elder tells a story of an outlander exploratory expedition that survived rains of blood and a sky that attempted to crush them to death with inky blackness. It spends a long time attempting to describe a hyper-intelligent entity called Horax that exists in an adjacent plane of reality. The book is full of intriguing ideas, but a chore to get through. So, it actually is good reading recreation. I didn't know this. I need to pay better attention to this. So here's something to think about. These different books do different things. So, hang on a second. I have a bookshelf that has these just green color. Those are recreation gain multipliers. So that just by reading the book, they become happier. Their recreation is more effective. But then look at this one, the fundamentals of gastronomy and art. Every hour that they read it, they'll get 273 cooking experience and 273 artistic experience. Up to a maximum level of 14. I didn't know that existed. And this one, I don't know what that means, but it'll add machine persuasion, 30 per hour. And this book I just bought, it says mental break chance 2.7% per hour. Does that mean a mental break chance that worsens? Because it's kind of a crazy story? We're gonna have to see that. But I didn't realize that would actually matter, what they actually were reading. Okay. I think we're going to have a really hard time converting Daesh. But once we get 3 people that are over the free path, we can assign a leader and a moral guide, and that person can do things that would really convert them more quickly. And that's what we're going to wind up doing. Pen not enclosed. What's wrong with our pen? What's wrong with our pen? Oh, this wall right here. We need to put a sandstone door right there. Reg, you on it? Come on, Reg. Okay, the pen is back to being closed. Weird. Thanks to a high mood, Daesh is experiencing inspiration. She's a prisoner. Why is she even getting inspired? She's at 99%. Oh, those drapes look cool. Okay, so they actually started making the marble wall. I guess I should lay down the carpet. It needs to be a different color. I'm making all this red over here. Let's make it like a royal, like a blue, or maybe like a sky blue, or like a purple. What color? What color should the carpet be in the throne room for Tiffy? A deep purple? A red? Or a blue? Okay, deep purple or a light purple? I think a deep purple. That'll look nice. Good luck with all that carpet. Are we low on food? Where's my food? Do I see how much food we have? Are we low on food? Yeah, we only have 4 food because... So, I have Tiffy as a cook, and Daesh is a backup cook. Daesh is in prison right now, so it's hard for her to cook. And Tiffy, when she was out on a little excursion, I had her set as a builder, number 1. So she stopped cooking. So she hasn't been cooking this whole time. All right, I need to fix this this kitchen. This kitchen's crazy. I really can't make heads or tails of how I designed it. This door needs to go away, so we're gonna get rid of that door. Probably let Reg do that when he wakes up. Yeah, I have to finally fix this kitchen. That's fine. I mean, look at all this meat we have. We literally have about 5,000 meat. That's like That's too much meat. All right, well, Maroc is down to 89% certainty. So he's going to be able to be converted, not, I wouldn't say very easily, but fairly easily. Daesh is back to 100%. So Daesh is going to be a really hard person to convert. We're going to unsuspend lavish meals because that needs double the requirements. And I think that's a great idea because we have the food right now. I mean, we have 5,000 meat or more, and about 8,000 vegetables. So yeah, we can afford to make some lavish meals. And that'll keep them happier too. I think I'm going to keep Daesh in here just to see if it's always consistently 1%. I think it is. She has a steadfast trait. That's the problem. Mentally tough, won't break down into stress. So I think one of the reasons why I'm not wanting to release Daesh is because she's in a really bad mood. It's not going to get any better. Maybe it's smart to release her and get somebody else in there. I think you're right. Let's just do that. Let's release. Go ahead. Release. Sorry that we had to go through that, Daesh. But let's get somebody real quick back right back in there. I think Kate is going to be incredibly hard. She has a certainty loss factor of 25%. And her mental break threshold, yeah, she's going to be really hard eventually to do. Who do we want to convert next? Reg. A bulk goods trader from Urkamro Pact. Good. You want to take some meat and stuff? Okay. They have 1,068 now. Do they have anything good? This thing I always want to check first. They have a fox fur parka. I'm good without that. There's some hyperweave. I really don't care about hyperweave. Some pemmican. They have a goose. They have a male goose and a female goose. And that'll be our first that we have of those. What do they do for us? Bird skin. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that. It's something that we can get. Okay. One of each. Good. Now, we want to sell you some stuff too. We have meat. We have a lot of pork. I will sell 937 pork. That clears them out entirely. And we got 2 geese out of the deal. Let's set up our slaughter to keep 2 male adults and 2 female adults. Unlimited everything else. Hey, we have an emu here. We have a male. Is there any female on the map? There's a 100% chance they will attack if they fail. You know, I didn't realize I could do those donkeys too. But there's only 3 female donkeys on the map here. I think I really should have been taming these all along, honestly. You think I can get that emu? Okay, research finished. That was a huge research. It was 6,000 work, I think. Construct a Johnson Tanaka drive for a ship. The JT drive can push you to other stars by leveraging quantum scale effects to beam momentum to distant stars. Of course, as with all starships, it still takes many years to get anywhere. I know we're getting a little bit off track. We need the waste pack atomizer. I can't make it yet. You know what? Should I do that quest? Should I get that, summon that thing? Where is it? Summon the Apocryton threat? Apocryton threat. Where do I see what that looks like? Okay, what's our status with our diplomacy here? We're neutral with Shalonla, neutral with Loten, but we're allied with Irkamro Pact and barely allied with Exodus Empire. Huh. We should probably send some little care packages if we want to do that fight so that we can get those guys. Okay, that's a good thing to know. Just loading up some stuff. How about just putting some meat in here? Can I do that? Wow, I'm able to actually fit quite a bit of meat in here. And there's some corn. It's not very high value. How about some wool? Okay, some psychoid leaves, smoke leaves, and hops. It's actually more difficult to really decide what to get rid of. I think what's going to happen is whenever I summon that thing, I'm going to ask for help from all three factions. Because I think it's going to be a really hard fight. I did notice that the bionic eye, there was a bionic eye. And I think that I need to give that to Fleeb. Because he's, his left eye is cut out from a stab wound. I just had to reactivate Daesh's mechanoids. They didn't automatically do it. That's funny. Okay. Oh, this room's done? Except for that one wall. Tell me when we're missing one limestone. I think we're missing one limestone block. Okay, that's okay. Make it out of slate instead. For some reason, Zach has a major break risk. Oh, Philippe is undergoing his surgery for his bionic eye. Tiffy's doing it. Uh-oh. I meant to do Fluff. Okay, he's good. He has a bionic eye now. Who do we want to convert? Quest available. Quest active. Hidden Mechanitor compound. You've learned of an ancient complex nearby that contains the remains of a long-dead Mechanitor. Mechanitors can create, control, and manipulate mechanoids. So I could basically go and get another one of these chips. But I can't really do that until... I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to install it on anybody because I need to get rid of these waste packs. It's just compounding the problem. Zach is in a terrible mood. Why? Oh, you were rebuffed by Kate, huh? I attempted to create a romance. But I got the cold shoulder. Feels bad, man. You know what? Let's here's something that'll change your perspective. We're gonna arrest you and convert you to the free path. And you know who's gonna arrest you? The person that you once started a romance with and didn't work out. Let's see. Can we arrest? Yep, let's go. All right, convert to free path. we'll see how that works out. And Fleeb is going to be the one to do it once he's awake. Now, I think we also had a bionic leg? Is it? No, bionic arm. Is there anybody who can use a bionic arm? I mean, not really. Not going to give them a whole bionic arm just because they missed their left ring finger. You know, Fluff is kind of a mess. I wonder if Goju's dependency can be healed from biosculpting. How do you heal? How do you cure Goju's dependency? I don't know. I guess I'll have to kind of look into, like, how would you possibly do that? It may be one of those things that's like a gene that you can, like, replace or whatever. Anyway. Okay. One thing that I don't like that I have not addressed is this this weather controller. It has a mech cluster there, and it's making everything foggy. Which is not great. Wonder why the lavish meals are not being brought in here. There's no reason why they wouldn't be brought in here. There's plenty of room. All right, let's fix up this kitchen a little bit. It's a mess. Shelving units. We could put some raw stuff in here. That's great. We're going to copy the settings and paste the settings. There we go. And we'll make some more shelves whenever we get a chance. Wow, it's going to take a long time. This pollution's spreading. A Gore Hulk assault. A group of monstrous, human-like abominations are attacking. Their bodies are ravaged by thick keratin spines, which they can launch at a distance. However, their fleshy forms can do little damage at close range. Look at these guys. I guess they're attacking immediately. Well, I think... Wait, no, Militar. You go back. What are you doing? Assigned to group 2? Yeah. Now, if they attack me, I think they're going to hit those traps. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. This is a problem. So what I think he's about to do, this one, is go through this hole and attack these coolers. That's what I think he's going to do. So I kind of feel like I need to bring Tiffy over here with her whole group to take care of this one. These, I think, are going to go through my little trap system over here. Let's see how this works. Yeah, they are. Oh, they're falling for it. Let's see, do they go to the left? Come on. Before I lose track of the other guy, let's see what he's doing. I think he's going to do what I said he's going to do. Look at these guys, look. Here they go. They're slowing down. Oh, he got hurt. He got hurt. And he's dead. Okay. But this guy, I think, is doing exactly what I thought. Tiffy, let's go this way. Yep, I knew it. That's okay. That's alright. We're going to take care of him. Let's make sure we're on. Those guys died. Those 3 guys died. Okay, so that system's working. Tiffy is over here. Oh, these guys, yep, he's okay, so he got hurt. Oh no, Shaw! Shaw is downed! Death in 4 hours! Shaw! No. We can't risk bringing you there, though. We can't risk anybody coming to get you yet. Fluff, you gotta stay close by. Tiffy, I think we got that thing, right? We killed that guy. It's dead, not just downed. Okay, great. You're gonna recharge. That room is a room now. It's indoors, yes. So we can just real quick flag this is to deconstruct. Okay, that'll happen whenever. Luff has her sniper rifle. Matter of fact, we're going to bring Tiffy here with her militars. So all of them are downed. They didn't even get halfway through. Luff. Heal Shah. Shah's been through a lot. This Gore-Tux is, oh no, it's a lifter moving the corpse. I thought it was walking around like that. Alright, Militar. Okay, that's handled. That's disconcerting. They kind of take a lot of damage. Look at that. Okay, well that worked out great. Recharge. Looks like the lifters are going to be doing their job here and hauling them away. Yep, they are. Cleaning on up. Good job. Alright, that tells me something about these wooden spike traps. It takes 45 per. And I only have 317 wood. Okay. Good to know. I need a little more wood. Or a lot more wood. I have my cacti here. So I need to build up my wood stash a little bit. I mean, it's a little excessive, but that's fine. I need it. I just flagged all that wood to be chopped. Alright, who do we got here? We have Zach. Did I ever flag him to be converted? I did. So what is he at? Oh, he's already at 91%, so it must be a 9% per day thing. Let's see that. And this guy's at 78%. Okay. Take some blood from Reg. Take some blood from Tiffy. Okay. Even Fleeb and Fluff, you can do whatever you gotta do. Shambler's approaching. They're kind of far from anything, so I probably don't care. It's only 14 hours. They'll probably go away. Wow, it's gonna take them forever to do this. Carpets take a lot of work. 67 work. The little tree stumps. Let's flag those too. Quite a bit of hay. 1700, but none's in here. Wonder why. Here they go. The lifters are going. Now, they should be prioritizing it to go in here, actually. It's preferred. And this is listed as important. Do I have that backwards? Shouldn't this be important? Yeah, these should be important. And these should be preferred. Because I want to make kibble. They should bring this now to the kitchen. Yeah, there we go. Great. Tippy is making lavish meals. Okay. Weird that then they weren't hauling them. All right. So I want to do a couple of things here. I want to kill this weather controller. It's creating a fog everywhere. I don't know if that's inhibiting the growth of my hay. I don't think so. Tippy is also listed as iron-willed, by the way. And so she's going to be just as hard to crack as Kate. Where's her other militer? Is this a militer? I don't know what's inside this. It says 1.2 day cycle. What are you trying to resurrect here? Okay. I think we need to go for that. We need to kill that weather controller. And I really don't know what it's going to take for us to do that. But I think we need to be smart about it. So I think we need to take a mortar or two. Let's just go. Oh wait, Tiffy. Change your group to escort. You still only have 4 militars. So that's gonna have to do, because I don't know what happened to the other one. I think maybe something happened to it. Except we're gonna take Tiffy and her militars. We're gonna definitely take Kate for her crazy abilities. Daesh needs a weapon. Hang on. Daesh, take that assault rifle. I want to make sure you pick it up before I move. Okay, great. Who we taking? Kate? Plate armor. Tiffy. Plate armor. And a helmet. So who did we say again? Tiffy, Kate, Daesh, and Howie. Okay. Tiffy, Kate, Daesh, Howie. Tiffy. Okay. We're going to take with us 2 elephants. We're going to take the mortars. We're going to take a little bit of cloth. We're going to take shells. And we're going to go. Okay, so I know we filled up this one. Who did we want to get in our good graces? Shalona. Lowton is plus 53. I feel like we should do Shalona. We're now allied with Shalona. Great. That's what we wanted. Whoa. A chunk of a ship landed literally right there. That could have been devastating. Here we go. Well, I told them to get some wood, and they have 860 wood. Good job. Get all those stumps. Alright, they are now going. Ambrosia sprout. I really don't want them getting addicted to it, so I haven't really delved into that. Got my Agrahands back up and running from Daesh. Where are those geese? Are they happy here? There's one. Fertilized. That was quick. Where's the other one? Is he off somewhere honking? I don't see the other goose. Huh. Okay, well, I'm probably... Oh, there it is. We gotta get this weather controller. Philippe, have you been working on Zach? Zach is 82%. Marak is 72%. They're making headway. Alright, here we go. Kate's caravan has arrived at the weather controller. There is a cluster of hostile mechanoids and their combat support structures in this area. The cluster can include artillery, turrets, combat mechanoids, and other support and defense structures. Let's zoom in and pause. Alright. We kind of have seen this before. We have a mini slugger turret. We have an inferno one. We have a mech assembler. Remaining mechanoids to assemble 4. Mini slugger and an auto inferno. And this is the weather controller in this building. We know that already. we have to kill these other buildings because to leave the map you have to get rid of all hostile structures or hostile units. There's the range on that guy. And we're coming at it from the totally wrong direction. So I think what we'll do first is assign a little safe area down here. That's fine, just like that. Let's assign them to it. Like that? Great. So they won't, unless I tell them, they're not going to move elsewhere. I think first thing I want to do, I know it's going to take us a second, so let's plop down these bedrolls. A Gromlin pod sprouted. Great. Alright, we need to get all those bedrolls installed. And then I do think next thing we want to install the mortars. Okay. Each of these have mortars in them, or shells in them, and ready to fire. Now, our goal is just to get rid of the turrets. This is going to wake them up. That's okay. Well, that was a pretty terrible shot. Try again, guys. Good shot. Not a great shot. Now that thing's kind of hurt. Enough that I'd be okay with like getting one shot off on it. So let's reposition. I want to get these turrets, that turret specifically. Okay, well, I think that's all we have as far as... We only have this one more shell. Whoa, what just shot me? Why did it shoot me? Daesh, you're on the border there, Daesh. Do I have my areas assigned incorrectly? I do. Thought I had that one in mind. Just being extra careful. I don't want them to roam into the area. All right, make this shot count, Tiffy. Good shot. I think you could have done better, but that's fine. Good shot. And you have a nerve spiker. Kate has that. Tiffy's there. Daesh is there. Great. Let's uninstall that. Now, I want to get Daesh kind of close to get this guy. I may just kind of send in my my militars. I think that'd probably be the smartest thing to do. Let's do that. Watch out, militars. You're getting shot at. Tiffy, stay right here. Right behind this little wall. Can you stay there and be safe? No, I want you to be back. Nope. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Okay, that's fine. Well, actually, that makes me think of something here. I don't care about fires. But I do care about these militaries getting there. They will be okay, actually, if I do this. Because remember, I really don't necessarily care about them. I do, but I don't. I want all of this. Focus fire. Okay, Kate is afraid of fire. I didn't realize that. Keep forgetting that. I don't know why she is, though. She has pyrophobia? How would I know that? Okay, that's okay. I'm just trying to think about what's the smartest way without being, you know, I don't want Tiffy to get attacked and hurt and killed. I mean, I kind of could just position her behind this area over here. I might just do that. Yeah, so Tiffy's just gonna run there. That's fine. All right, let's reposition. They should be okay. They're in the right radius. Kill that thing first, because that's causing fire. Okay, that's done. Get that. Come on. One more good shot, guys. Your accuracy's terrible because of the fog, I think. Okay, that's good. Great. Good job. Let's get rid of all their restrictions. They are unrestricted, which will probably mean they're going to start to beat out fires. Will she extinguish fires? I doubt it. She's pyrophobic. Oh, she will. Kate will. Great. Weather controller destroyed. Great. Mech cluster defeated. We got some plasteel. Let's deconstruct that thing. This is all marble. Hey, might as well deconstruct that. We got a component, some plasteel, and 60 steel, and a bunch of other chunks. Alright, we're gonna deconstruct this. Good, I want to see what's in this mech node. I think that is a, it gives you a component, I think. They're looking to go to sleep. That's fine. Go ahead, get a little sleep. How's things back at the old homestead? Zach, you're down to 79. Marak, you're down to 69. I think this is a smarter way to go. I'll have 3 people I'll have actually 4 people that have free path. Then let's take a quick look at what that would mean. I could do the moral guide, which would have a conversion ritual and all that kind of stuff. So, good. While they're sleeping a little bit, is there anything else on here that I want to get rid of? That mech node gave me 1 component and 22 plasteel. Do these ancient storage containers do anything for you? I don't know. Let's see. Here it is. If it does, I'm going to flag them all. No, nothing. Okay. Alright, let's finish this up. This is going to be limestone. Alright, everybody's awake. They're going to start deconstructing. Great. Caravan detected. We have 3.1 days to get back home. Deconstructing like crazy. And pulling up the tile. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. This over here too. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's take obviously our bedrolls. Let's take our mortars, of course. Plasteel, the regular steel, components, and then all the stuff that we just pulled up, we could take the limestone blocks. Might as well take like 50 granite blocks. And the rest marble. We don't have enough room for everything. So I'll take more elephants next time, but it's not worth hanging around, so we're just going to go ahead and leave. Just occurred to me, I don't have a backup cook. Let's pause for a second because nobody's cooking right now. We're good with food, but the animals are not. Who could be a cook? Anybody have a passion for it? No, nobody has a passion for it, so they're all on equal footing. So this is kind of like third string kind of person. Reg is currently handling animals and growing. He can cook too. He can cook. It's going to take him a while to do it, but he can definitely cook. Who's starving? Bulk goods trader, trade ship. Tiffy is starving. How's she starving? Okay, well, I hope she gets back home. Old installation caper. You've learned of an ancient complex nearby that is said to contain ancient treasure. You can break in to collect the loot and slide. Be warned, these kinds of structures contain a variety of threats. Alright. There you go, Reg. There you go. Put the kibble there. Great. It's not bad for Reg to be another cook. We have Tiffy, we have Daesh. We need 3 cooks is fine, that's good. We may have too much hay in here, actually. I'm watching our nutrition, seeing if there's animals rushing toward here. There seems to be. They seem to be hungry. We might have some animals die, even though there's plenty of food right here. I can't have Reg breaking. Alright, I'm gonna make a decision here. We're gonna make one of these critical for hay. Just for hay. They're eating the hay very quickly. I could let them out to graze, but then a lot of them would escape. So if that just means 1 or 2 are going to die, then we should be alright. I mean, there's food here now, so I'm not sure why they're not getting it. He's good. He just ate his 23 food left. I think there's some that are knocked out. I need to unassign some beds so I can rescue them. Which is kind of crazy since I have so many beds. Alright, Fluff. Rescue that chick. Rescue that hen. I think those are the only 2 that are down. I see a 3rd down, but again, there's food now. It said this emu is starving, But there's food. I mean, there's even food that's 64% grown. It needs to be 60 for them to eat it. I mean, we rescued them and we're feeding them, so I'm not sure what the problem is. Is hay? $39 hay, 9 hay, 27, 18, 70. Caravan's back. Is Tiffy still starving? Yeah, she is. So is Daesh and Kate. So go ahead and go eat, guys. Okay, they ate and they're fine. They're fine. They drive me crazy. Well, defeating that weather controller was great because now nothing's foggy. So like this guy is hungry, but there's hay right there. It's probably reserved by others. Let's see if Tippy can make enough kibble quick. He's a much faster cook. There's 150 kibble right there. One more and then I'll let her go. Okay. There's 300 kibble right there. Nobody's hauling it, but there's plenty of kibble right there. I really don't like micromanaging. It's too big of a colony to do that with, but we gotta get the kibble over that way. You know what I just saw? This elephant hauled that goose to bed because it was hurt. It sure did. It hauled it. Yep. Very good. Alright, we're getting our food supply back for our animals. Working out okay. Quest available. Damaged ship. A shuttle of the Exodus Empire has taken damage and is seeking a place to land. Its commander, Vitula, wants to land at Hope. Imps from Firehome of Hoken will attack the crashed shuttle site in an attempt to kill its occupants, but you must defend them. The shuttle contains Vitula, 2 other civilians, and 2 cataphracts. The commander and civilian must be rescued, but the cataphracts may be sacrificed. If I do this, I will get Goodwill or Honor or an Eltex Skull Cap, which I think I might want. No, actually, I do not want it. It enhances the psychic sensitivity, but it provides no protection. Probably want the Goodwill. So we're gonna have to take care of that. So it's a damaged ship, Goodwill or Honor. We're stable here. Our food supply is okay. We got Tiffy and Balakay hauling. Tiffy's cooking, Balakay's hauling. We got 2 people in our prison. One is at 64% certainty. One is at 57%. They're definitely going to get converted pretty soon. But that's going to be it for this episode. Join me next time when we convert those 2 people I just talked about over to the free path. We accept this quest, and then we're going to get attacked by the Firehome of Hoken, which is going to probably be a tough fight, but we're going to get some good rewards, so we'll make it through. Be sure to follow and subscribe for more Inane Babblings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.